Hello everyone, welcome to Dear Love Talk.
Hello.
With me, James.
And Helena.
And you know you can always get in touch with us via Facebook or by sending us a question to questions@lovetalkshow.tv, and we always dedicate this 15 minute program to answer your questions very, very sincerely and honestly.
Yeah, my husband always likes to make sure you know it's around 15 to 20 minutes.
That's right.
So funny.
It's a smaller slice of the pie compared to Love Talk, our main show. But let's go for the first question, and the first question comes from Jasmine Colton, and she says, "Hi James, I'm writing to you because maybe you can help me to understand something from a male perspective. My husband and I have been together for a few years, and there are times when we have some heated arguments, and he goes to his mom's for a few days. I have explained to him that this is not healthy for our relationship, but I just wanted to know if this is part of giving him his space." Well, we know that men deal with problems differently, and sometimes they do ask for a little, not ask for space, but they do need a little bit of space.
You know what we need
But
here?
hold on, I haven't finished.
We need a little button, you know, when the person is doing wrong, like, we just press.
True. Our producer is going to get one of those.
So wrong.
But the thing is, men do need space sometimes. But when we talk about space, we're talking about an hour. Quietness, a couple of hours.
Not your mom's.
This thing of going back to your mom's, that's what I used to do when I was a kid. If I was scared of something, I would run to my mom. But come on, now your husband is a man. You don't deal with your problems by running to your mom. If the person has this habit of going back and running to mom, you shouldn't be married.
So basically what he's doing is not correct. Now, how can you go about that situation? That's your question. You need to understand and see why. Look into his behavior a bit deeper, if that's how you say it. Try to understand why. Why does he keep going to his mother every time he has a problem? What is it? Isn't it? That's why she asked for a male's perspective.
Yeah,
from
but
a male's...
my perspective...
Because why would a man do that, James?
My perspective is that you can't just say, oh, maybe it's not space. You have to tell him this is wrong. You can't do this. You can't run away from your problems to your mom every time we have a disagreement. Otherwise, you never solve the problem. So this is absolutely out of the question. It's wrong. It can't happen. I know there's a lot of people watching us now who do this.
Yeah.
This is a common occurrence.
I can remember a few, yeah.
Yeah, this is a common occurrence. We get people talking to us about this all the time. And this is completely wrong. Adults who are mature and deal with their problems don't run to mommy when things go wrong. If your husband runs to mommy, then you tell him, look, we can't deal with our problems like this. We solve our problems here, and we make things better here. And
just a tip for the singles, if you notice that kind of behavior from your partner, be it a woman or a man, and you're looking to get married, maybe you're already engaged, you need to sort that out now. Because what's her name? She just asked us this question.
I think Jenny Colton.
Yeah. She was asking us, and she said, you know, we've been married for a few years. It's quite a long time if he keeps doing that. I mean, I don't know how you do it, but it's not the right way. I mean, no. If you're about to get married and this thing happens, like Elena said, then there should be alarm bells going off everywhere. Yes.
But having said that, since you mentioned the thing of space, one thing I can tell you is that if you feel that the disagreement is getting to a point where it's becoming really strained and it's about to explode, then just back off a little bit, let him have, you know, a couple of hours to cool his head down, and he'll come back to solve the problem. You know, whereas women want to solve everything there and then, usually, not all of them, but usually that's the rule of thumb, men sometimes need a little bit of time to go away and process things and then come back. And that's normal, just not going to mommy, that's not normal.
But maybe I don't know, she didn't specify because, you know, it was just a small question. Maybe there's kids involved, there's many children. Let me just think of a case scenario here. Maybe the house is very busy all the time. Maybe you've got kids running around the whole time, the whole day. It's bedtime, but they're not in bed yet. And then you have family members, they're coming in, visiting all the time. Then I would understand that, you know, I need to go somewhere because this is like
But that's
making, I know, it's still wrong.
still wrong.
It's still wrong, but you need to go somewhere. She's like, oh my God, what's going on in my house? Because we know that many mothers, because, you know, it's their kids, you know, it's, you know, they're very dear to you. We know there's a very strong relationship between you and your children. And it's hard for you to discipline them when it comes to time for bed and all these things. So there has to be a time where you are by yourself with your husband because he needs his time with you.
But that's it. That's a simple advice. It's wrong. Don't run to mommy. If you're a man, man up. Don't run to mommy, okay?
Exactly. And there's another question from a Facebook, someone from Facebook. And it says, hi guys, my question is very simple. When is the best time to have kids in a relationship? Now, I don't advise anyone to have children too early. For example, if you just got married, I would give it at least, I would like to say 10 years, but I would say or 30 or 40 years, but no, at least 5 years I think would be reasonable, at least.
It depends because some people
don't have the time, I know.
Yeah, some people get to know each other, you know, they feel they are in a moment of their relationship that they know each other really well and they want to take that step sooner. But certainly in the first couple of years, you're still settling down, you're trying to get things sorted, you're trying to find your feet in the relationship, in your career. It's usually a little bit tricky. Yeah,
and seeing that it takes more or less 2 years to adapt and to, you know, get to know each other quite well, I would say 5 years, but that's my opinion as a woman. 5 years would be just perfect. But as I said, some women don't have the time because of their age and everything. But
But, you know, she was asking, or this person is asking, when is the right time? Perhaps it's easier to answer with when is the wrong time to have children. The wrong time to have children is as soon as you get together. It's not good. So you get married, and then the first month, you know, you have children. It's a bad move because you don't really have time to enjoy each other, to you know, to find out everything you can about this person. It's like all of a sudden, it's like all of a sudden you have this other person that you love. It's a child, of course you're going to love that child. But it just makes things a little bit more difficult, especially because you may not be financially ready, because financially things are very difficult. So it may be a good idea for you to consider not jumping into that decision from the beginning.
Definitely.
Anything else?
No.
That's it?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to our next question. It comes from David and he says, a few months ago, my wife and I made a really difficult decision because we were going through some financial difficulties. She took on a job with a very good pay, but she has to work on a different city and we only see each other every 2 weeks. The money is really making a difference, but our marriage is struggling and I'm a little torn on what to do. Wow. Well, David, I think it comes down to you choosing what is more important to you. And I understand that financially things are difficult. You sometimes have to compromise on a few things. But I am of the opinion that one thing you can never compromise on is your marriage. Because if it's going to affect your marriage, it's better that you cut down, you cut back on some expenditures and some other things, and just, you know, believe that things will get better and in finding something there where you are. Because you can end up putting your marriage at risk because of that decision.
I didn't understand. Was it her who moved?
Yeah, she moved.
Okay, so she needs to be the one making the decision then.
Both.
Not just, but you know, for her to have accepted that job and have gone away for that long and then stay away from the family for that long, it's because she really wants it. Of course, you need to agree amongst yourselves, but I think, you know, your marriage, I don't know if it can survive in a long term, in a long run, in that way. From what we've seen, it doesn't work. And
you know, over the years working with couples, we have seen examples of people who made a decision similar to this. And it's very rare to find someone that could really sustain that. And 9 times out of 10, it becomes a problem.
And the problem is, I don't even know if you have children. They have children, right?
No, we don't know.
I'm not sure. But if you have kids, it's even worse because you are doing everything for the kids. Like every parent likes to say, we are doing this for the children, but they don't want that. You know, I grew up in a family where you know, I would have loved more, you know, togetherness, you know, but there was a time that they traveled because of finances, just the same way. And children, they feel it, and it's really, really hard. And
it was a problem when your parents traveled. It was a problem, right?
Yes, yes, you know, so it was hard for me to stay with my grandmother, for example. You know, I missed my family, so it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
And you know, let me tell you that sometimes when things seem the bleakest, when things seem the darkest, that's when something great happens.
Yes.
You know, so don't worry. Trust that there where you are, close to where your family is, you will find something. I was just
or move to that city with your wife, and that's
but
it.
a decision has to be made. I was reading today about this actress Christina Applegate, who said that since she built a family, she had children, she only takes jobs on that are either close to where she is, or she can take her whole family with her. Because she says, I'm not going to risk my family and being with my daughter for the sake of making a movie. That's an intelligent decision. She still makes movies today, but family becomes more important.
Yeah, because that's what's going to be there with you forever. I mean, you know, your job will not be there having a cup of tea with you when you are 70 or 80. You know, that's the truth. You're going to be there by yourself, and you have to, you know, treasure what you've got.
I agree 100%. That's it. That's the end of the questions today, and we have to go. But remember, you can get in touch with us sending us your questions.
Yes, very easy. All you need to do is to email us on questions@lovetalkshow.tv, or also via our Facebook page, of course. And remember to subscribe to our videos as well on YouTube.
That's right. Until next time, bye-bye.
Bye.